Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.
Of course, when a son gets to tell the father that you're no longer my father, then something is fishy somewhere. Let's get to what is happening in Ecowas at this very particular point in time. One of the things that is so pertinent is the fact that Ecowas is ready for negotiation, unlike the Ecowas that we know. Well, Niger Republic, Mali, and Burkina Faso have insisted they are no longer part of the economic community of West African states. And it is for some reasons because of the coup that happened in these three countries. They were being suspended and they came out to say, well, ECOWAS, we are not benefiting so much from you. Despite the suspension and everything, we just gotta go. And ECOWAS say, you wouldn't go just like that. We want to negotiate. Unlike ECOWAS, well, no violence this time. Welcome to Review. This is another time again for us to look into West Africa. Today, it's been states, but today we're looking at West Africa states. My name is Ramsey Enoch, and I have Michael Deacon right here.
Always a pleasure, Ramsey.
How are you doing?
Quite very good.
I want to take you to ECOWAS because I know you can settle those issues. You can. You can.
Let's see if we can be able to attend. Remember, it's a military area, so you have to be careful on what you are saying.
It's actually a military area, but then for Niger Republic, recently, you know, in 2023, they had an issue. Then Burkina Faso and Mali, they're already facing their own suspension because of coup d'etat, taking over from a civilian regime, all right, which is not okay with the economic community of West African states, that is ECOWAS. And ECOWAS suspended them. But as at yesterday, they had a meeting, these three countries, and they said, hey, come on, we want to quit ECOWAS. We don't need you anymore.
I'm not doing it again.
What do you think? What must have instigated this? Because if you want to tell me they are not getting anything from ECOWAS, I may not accept that in totality.
The ECOWAS had its objective. And of course, before the founding fathers, remember, one of the crises says that, that ECOWAS have derailed, from the principle that founded the body, from the principle of their founding fathers. So you understand that there were interests of ECOWAS prior to this time. But Ramsey, you agree with me. That ECOWAS is as good as nothing currently to nation states, to the members. The truth of the matter is that it was for economic purpose. It was to help, the West African countries, help themselves, importations and exportation and all of that. Look at the dollar to naira currencies rate. Look at, the tourists, ravaging all over the countries. Look at the influences of some foreign countries, in some West African countries. Look at the fact that we, among ourselves, we are not really cooperating.
But then,
there's no love.
One of the reasons why they say they want to pull out of ECOWAS is that insecurity and terrorism is ravaging these countries. And ECOWAS haven't done anything about it. Then the question is, what do you expect ECOWAS to do when you are actually facing a suspension? But do you think they are not, of course, but they are not the only countries
prior to the suspension, these guys had issues. And ECOWAS did not take it serious. They had terrorism issues. They had...
But they are not the only ones that had those issues.
No, the point is, away from the evil insecurity and the terrorism issue, they are having corruption in their countries. They saw with their own eyes how leaders, democratically elected leaders, are going away with their resources, mismanaging their public funds and all of that. And they're not okay. Look at, economy is the bedrock of every development. When people are not happy, when people are not well eaten, people will get to speak out. A lot of things will begin to happen. What even for terrorism? It's because of lack of what to do.
So in other words, Michael, you're trying to say Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali are trying to pull out of ECOWAS because of the corruption of the leaders. Because all of them are taking over from civilian governments. All right, that is coup d'etat.
They were not doing well.
Coup d'etat.
They were not doing well.
Let's come back to Nigeria at this point in time. All
right,
not doing
well.
Nigeria is facing insecurity country, and remember, your president, is in charge of ECOWAS. at this very particular point in time. And ECOWAS said they want to go for negotiation. Do you see that negotiation necessary? And why have Nigeria not pulled out of ECOWAS? If you want to talk about insecurity, because it's everywhere in this country at this point in time.
Yeah, quite very frankly, Nigeria, we are not yet there. Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali, it was a process. It's something. Are you aware that Niger, it happened when the chief orderly to the president was right there? He tells the president, step down. It means even at the presidential lodge, it has gotten to that point. In Nigeria, it can't happen. We're not yet there. But let me say this. If we don't begin to address the issue of corruption, if we don't begin to address issues of overstaying in office as a president or elected officials, Ramsey, Nigeria will also get the bite of this. Because it's a problem that is ravaging this nation state. We begin to see how the purpose of what ECOWAS was founded for. Intervene when necessary. Boost your economy. Encourage your states.
Who are you blaming now? Because your president is in charge of ECOWAS. So who are you blaming?
Yes, of course, the president has a role to play. Remember, he was the one that was, he convened a meeting in Abuja, a result of the Niger recent issue, and of course was given an outburst that will suspend you, will do this and all of that. Now,
and it was one of the reasons
now you're calling them for negotiation, and they say they don't agree. You can't force them to agree to what they don't want.
All right, we not agree for anybody this time.
That's even
a popular slogan that has been going on. He just made mention of that, and I remembered. Then let's look at it. The negotiation going on at this that may be going on. It's not going on yet because Niger, Mali, and of course Burkina Faso may not be ready for negotiation, but ECOWAS said we are ready. And this is a father and son crisis. How do you think this will end? More details will be coming on your way. This is going to be the size of the review for today. We are now talking about West Africa, of course. But then, whatever happens from the negotiation, if it actually go ahead, we'll let you know. But if it doesn't go ahead, if there is no negotiation, then we will also bring you more feedback from what is happening in ECOWAS. Well, thank you very much, Michael, for adding your voice to this conversation. Yeah. And of course, this is going to be where we'll call it a wrap for today. Keep it up on this very channel. More coming on your way as far as review is concerned. Bye-bye for now and have a beautiful day.
Follow us on our social media handles at Oweleketv. Visit our website at www.oweleketv for a thrilling journey. Oweleketv, rising star at the fairground.